It is important to know that Zone 7 was founded by farmers and chefs, and it was their encouraging of me that Zone 7 came to be. I grew up in New Jersey, got interested in food and farming in college, traveled to Italy, was farming there, was farming at Cherry Grove back here in Lawrenceville, and then finally was working to connect farmers and chefs during my time at NOFA, New Jersey. The farmers and the chefs knew that I was passionate about this and that it could happen.
So one of the meetings I had with Mikey was here in the restaurant, and I said, dude, you know all the farmers, you know all the chefs, you just need to get a truck and start doing this. And at that time I'd bought Mikey this little Matchbox truck, and it said Farm Fresh Produce on the side. And I think that helped really ignite the fire and the thought behind Zone 7.
A month later, Mark and Judy Dornstrike of Branch Creek Farm invited me out to their house for dinner. They sat me down and they said, distribution is the missing link and you're the person to do it.
Another farmer I can remember had asked us about what we were doing, and she wanted to do the same thing, distribute in Philadelphia. And after about 6 months of it, she was like, I think that was one of the sparks of the idea. Breaking into farming is not easy. And one of the hardest things about farming, as we found, is that everybody wants to be the farmer. It's so cool and you really love the activity. Being the businessman may not be what the farmer person really anticipated. So at this kitchen table, we're sitting with Mikey, Azara, and thinking, what do you think about this idea? It seems like the time is right for it.
That night we wrote down the 10 best farms we knew, as well as the 10 customers I knew would be interested. They offered to loan me their truck for the first year. They said our son Jesse can be the driver, and we've even got a name, call it Zone 7. What was important for me to do was to call those 10 farms and ask them if they would be interested in doing business with us. Within 5 minutes of each conversation, they all said yes. We made our first delivery, Muth organic strawberries, to the Ben Spoon in May of 2008.
How could we forget the first delivery? It was a super special time. Rain was pouring. We were expecting strawberries, but there was this excitement. Really, that's what the whole thing was. There was this excitement about a new business coming along.
A new beginning.
A new beginning, really, where the connection between the farm and something that we had desperately wanted since we'd been open.
We needed something that was fresh, or for the things that we wanted as organic, or the farmers that we wanted to work with that may not be certified organic. Why aren't they? And we could find out why and talk to them, or talk through Mikey to them.
Genuine relationships. It was really real, and it started to bring New Jersey home to us in a way that was so important. And so it was amazing that over time, as this grew and grew, and the connections grew deeper, and the knowing the farmers and knowing where everything was coming from, that more and more farmers stepped up to start to feed their own people in our own state.
I wasn't looking at what are other produce distributors doing, because clearly that system and that business didn't fit with the farming world. And so we really needed to build this from the ground up, building it kind of alongside the growers and make sure that it really worked with them.
One of the great things about my experience with Zone 7 is that that business and my farm business have evolved on the same trajectory. And it has been a real honor and fun time to be in business with them and to grow alongside them. And I think the most valuable asset that we gain from our relationship with Zone 7 is the connection that they give us to a huge customer base that otherwise we wouldn't have access to. And it has been crucial to our growth to have access to those markets. So I can honestly and truly say that the success of Zone 7 is reflecting in the success of my farm. And it offers us an opportunity to grow some really specialty things that we enjoy growing, and most importantly, a way for us to market those things in an effective way.
You know, coming to Zone 7, being a chef, I thought here's a great opportunity to, in my mind, do it all. Like I could talk to chefs, I could talk to farmers, I could be around great food, I could talk to people about great food, and it's just, it's a great idea that just had to be done.
When I think about growing this business, what I really think about is matching the supply and the demand. That has always been exciting to me. So we're going to grow this thing until we've maxed out the farms. You know, I've asked some people, can New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, can our farms enable us to feed ourselves? I've never gotten an answer to that question. This business wants to find out.